All right, welcome back. This is Hope at Dawn. Time for the newspaper review. My name is Beatrice Watare.
And my name is George Gishuru. Looking at what's being reported in the Standard, civil service jobs to go in wage bill cuts. All right. So civil servants with fake academic papers will be the first to exit and money paid to them recovered as the Ruto's administration announces plan to cut the wage bill that gobbles up 44% of revenue instead of desired 35%. So all public employees with fake certificates to resign by the end of year 2024, 35% state agencies to cut wage bill to 35% of revenue by June 30th, 2028, and then all institutions at both levels of government to migrate their payrolls to the Human Resource Information System by June 30th, 2025. Rationalize staff numbers to align to fiscal sustainability and also adopt performance contracting from July 1st, 2024. So, unlike I think now, in government, when you're employed, it's like a permanent employment. But it seems now we will be moving and shifting from now permanent to contract basis. That is the adoption the government wants to have. So President William Ruto during the National Wage Bill Conference said, "Good people, we must just do what we must do. And for your information, I intend to do it and I am ready to take the consequences. My name is Zakayo and there's no problem. If the country is going to get where we want it to go, I don't mind names so long as we get the country where it should go."
Wow.
So Zakayo amenena.
Amenena.
Yeah, so amesema.
Ishamfikia.
Ishamfikia. Na amesema, unasema my name is Zakayo. Mwenyewe ametambua. No problem. So long as we are headed in the right direction. Bring all those names. All right. Yeah, so you can read that story on page 10 inside the Standard. I also saw, I see blow as intern teacher positions declared illegal. So over 60,000 tutors hired by the Teacher Service Commission as interns may force their employer to pay them full salary for the period served after a court found that the commission violated their right to fair labor practice. Read that story on page 2, and then I see a terrible story here. Chilling details of women's murder. That is on page 3. A suspect narrating chilling details in case on serial women murders. Gang member tells court how they plotted and killed one of the 4 Mawanga women. 6 people have been charged for the Nakuru killings that shocked the nation. You can read that story on page 3 inside the Standard. I also see Speaker MPs clash over 9 billion shillings tower. Claims of poor workmanship rocks house over 9.8 billion shillings. Bunge Towers, whose construction dragged on for 14 years and cost double. That is a story you can read on page number 5 inside the Standard. I also see inside the business section of the Standard, Kenya to miss growth target on budget gaps and revenue leaks. Think tank cites mismatched priorities amid massive wastage in government. Economic recovery is also compounded by rising debt obligations. Read that on page 18, the business section. I also see Kingdom Bank gets ISO certification. Now, Kingdom Bank, a subsidiary of Cooperative Bank of Kenya, has attained the ISO certification, underscoring the lender's commitment to the highest standards of information security management. I also see Waigoro signs law to regulate transport and Parking Act of 2023, which now affects the Kirinyaga County moving forward. Poorly trained Kenyan seafarers turn to South Korea for help. All right, good news there. And Dubai giant roads airport reel from floods after record rains. We usually complain Nairobi kunanyesha and it's flooded. Dubai, iko pia. So power outages were reported around the Middle East's financial capital. Schools will remain closed in Dubai until next week.
Gigi. Nilisema ati mimi sijui nini nikiwaambia stima zimepotea kwetu. Mnaona ati ni juu kwenye nakaa.
Prince alikuwa anasema ni wapi?
hata sitasema. But I was sharing the same problems with Dubai.
With Dubai.
Tanisho what?
So nyinyi na Dubai.
One difference ni bearing. Okay.
All right, back page of the Standard. Yes. Mbappe delivers as PSG CEO of Barcelona to book semis ticket. Enrique praises his French winger as Barca boss Xavi hits at referee. Borussia Dortmund recover from first leg loss to set up meeting with the French side again. So those were the matches that were played on Tuesday night. Borussia Dortmund saw off Atletico Madrid 4-2, and then Barca lost 4-1 at home to PSG. So aggregate it ended PSG 6, Barca 4. So in the semis it will be Borussia Dortmund versus PSG. Also, you can notice the silence that is in town this morning.
Yeah.
And that silence, we owe it to Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. Because last night, the pretenders again, they were pretending to be UEFA Champions League pretenders. They were again silenced, thrown out. The mighty, limping elephant, after it fell off the branch over the weekend. The same elephant.
Yes.
Out of the UEFA Champions League. The limping Arsenal.
The limping Arsenal.
They were beaten 1-0. So wameenda nyumbani.
Hivyo tu.
Hivyo tu vile tu walikuwa wanawini ligi. Walikuwa wawini Champions League. Sasa nasikia wanalia. Wanalia. Man City, the defending champions.
Yes.
Pia wako nyumbani. Wako nyumbani. Real Madrid walienda 1-1 last night. The first leg ended 3-3, so aggregate it ended 4-4. So it had to be post-match penalties. And Real Madrid won the day. And so it means that now in the semis, it will be Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. Then the other semi will be Borussia Dortmund versus Atletico Madrid for a place in the final. For the English clubs, unless you're Man United, hii kitu si ya watoto bana.
Unless you're Man United, wow.
But it was the whole of this week. It all began on Sunday.
Kivumbi.
Liverpool, twangwa. Arsenal, ndovu ikatwanga chini.
Zile picha niliona za
uliziona ndovu ati yako peke yake.
So he fell off the branch.
Lonely at the top. Sijui nini. Wameramba.
Yeah. Pride comes before a fall.
Ndio hiyo. Sasa in a span of what? 4 days. 2 trophies. But anyway, bado wanasema watawin league.
So they still have faith. Faith,
they can perceive it.
I was about to say the same thing.
Oh, you are about...
So yes, they can perceive. It's not bad to perceive.
It's not bad. Continue. As I see Klopp's Reds farewell at risk of fizzling out in Atalanta tonight. That is in the Europa League. So Atalanta, Liverpool, Marseille, Benfica, Roma versus AC Milan, West Ham versus Leverkusen. So the second leg is on tonight. Liverpool, the first leg at home, they were beaten 3-0. Yeah, so the question is, in Italy, will they be able to overturn that first leg deficit at home? Let's wait and see.
Let's wait and definitely
you never know.
You just never know.
Yeah. For Liverpool fans as well, they also can perceive it. Yeah. That's the most important thing.
Yes, to perceive.
To perceive.
Aye, at all times.
At all times.
All circumstances.
Yeah.
No masada.
No man.
Hey, Gigi keeps me up to date with these things. I'm just listening and just marveling at the way you are describing these things. But anyway, moving on from here, the Daily Nation, I see the very first story. Hapa juu kabisa, you're being unreasonable, Ruto tells doctors. Anasema it's a tragedy for highly educated professionals to make unreasonable demands in the face of economic hardship and physical constraints at the expense of legitimate needs of other citizens. President Ruto said yesterday as he maintained a hardline stance against the ongoing national doctors strike. And that is a story that is on the back page. And of course, unfortunately, we have so many people who are going through turmoil and deaths are even happening. I see doctors in the country have been on strike for 5 weeks now. For 5 weeks now, over pay and other issues. But what President William Ruto is saying, it's a tragedy for highly educated professionals to make unreasonable demands in the face of economic hardship and fiscal constraints. So now that's the argument.
Yeah, that's the argument.
But now there was an agreement.
Yeah, highly trained.
Professionals
making unwarranted demands.
Yes.
Could the flip side be also true? Highly unqualified, but the amount of money they are taking home is unjustified.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at the, we always go back to, we have talked about the wage bill. Yeah, and the wage bill here. If you look at the monies the politicians are taking home, chief administrative secretaries, how do you earn 700 plus when our doctors are fighting for this? The disparity. So even as the president is saying all this, we may agree with them, but also, why are you asking some to be realistic, but on the other, for others, it's okay for them to take... A nation that does not take care of its doctors, teachers, and farmers, that's a doomed country.
It's a doomed country. Because when
those are the three that carry the burden of a nation.
Of a nation. People are dying. People are literally dying. And whoever says they are the bigger person should actually do what is right. And clearly the bigger person is the government.
It's the government. They hold their purse.
Oh my. And I think sometimes when we are pointing fingers, the other they are pointing back at us.
Yes.
May God help us. But I see here also, just quickly, job cuts loom in wage bill review, what you have also covered. Thousands of support staff who constitute more than 2/3 of the 960,000 strong civil service workforce, casual workers and public servants with fake academic certificates will be the first casualties if the government sticks to its plan to address the ballooning wage bill. That is on page 4. Coming to page 2, I see here Unknown, a play winner appends drama festival. This is a play in a Sijui you are known, but I see here the Fiesta has over the years incorporated more genres like film and stand-up comedy, but it has also been infiltrated by trainers who are not teachers. Teachers and other educators complain that the commercialization of the event has made it expensive for so many schools. And that is on page 2 and 3. Remember, we've been having the drama festivals and our winners. We have had amazing winners, Kisumu Girls being one of them. I see here pia Tetu Technical, hapo wanajikaza, Wajir High School also celebrate after winning in the choral verses category that was sponsored by KRA. I also see Moi Girls here displaying the trophy they won for their choral verse at Kangaroo Girls School yesterday. That is on page 2 and also 3. Moving in page 4, of course, it's all about thousands of public staff face the suck-in wage bill review. Look at that story on page 4 and also 5. And moving on here, there's actually an interesting story that I am seeing here on the county news that counties flagged for not having internal auditors. Isiolo developed an annual work plan at 900,000 shillings, but it was never approved. So Wasin Gish is saying why an insane man sent to jail for murder could soon walk free. Also, that is on the county. Trans Nzoia, some 739 bags of smuggled subsidized fertilizer has been seized. That is on page 28. And moving on here, I see here on the property something that has really captured my attention. Explorer builds co-living space for travelers, digital nomads in Diani. And if you're asking yourself, what is this co-living, experience? I see here that it's actually more of, it was introduced to make housing more affordable, especially for young, just out of college, professionals community. But then now it has been placed in these holiday places that people go. Very affordable, very cheap. And if someone is traveling, they can be able to pause and sleep for a night or something of the sort. So very good business ideas here on the DN2 page 30. And moving on the sports page, of course, it's what GJ you have also covered on the UEFA Champions League. Naskia, this one is for the fans, says deadly PSG striker. Mbappe dreams of winning Europe's top crown for Paris. I see France superstar talks about the pride he feels playing for club he will be soon leaving. All right. And I see here page 42, Leopards coach Trucha relishes Mashemeji Derby Day challenge. Anasema kwamba we want to give 3 points to our fans. They have been fantastic coming to stadiums, and I believe the stadium will be full of people in blue and white. Leopards are enjoying good form currently, winning 8, drawing 3, and losing only 1 in their last 11 league outings. Yeah, that is AFC Leopards, and that is on page 42.
Right, that is what's being reported in the dailies. We continue to say, let's continue to pray for the nation, the different situations and the circumstances that we are facing as a people, as a nation. Yes. So let's continue to pray for the nation. Pick up whichever copy you feel and get to update yourself from the grassroots counties or through to the national level. Right about now?
It's time for us to take a break as we look at the video of the day today. We'll come back, talk about it, and then usher in today's hot topic.